What's going on, guys? Austin back with another fragrance review. Today I have Versace Eros Najim. This was a Middle Eastern exclusive at duty free at the Dubai airport. I somehow managed to get my hands on one because I noticed it was available at Sephora. So I went over, got myself a 50 ml because they wouldn't really let me sample it to try it because they had just gotten it in. So we're going to talk about this guy today, and I'm going to let you know my honest thoughts. I'm going to talk about the scent, the projection, the cost, all of that good stuff, so stick around. So first things first, we're going to talk about the presentation of the bottle itself. It is like an orange, kind of ambery colored bottle with a bronze cap. The bronze cap does have the Medusa on top and little fun treats. I don't know if you can see it at all, but on the very inside of the cap, there is a Medusa on the inside etched in. Of course, you have the Medusa on the front. You have that Eros bottled texture going on the back, and then around the border of the front. Sides are just plain glass. Atomizer, pretty good. It's an Eros. They're usually really good. Cap clicks into place, holds on pretty well. I haven't really had any issues with Eros's caps falling off before. And then on the bottom, you just have your batch code and product information. Also got the box here. The box has the Eros logo, the Medusa. It says Eros Najim pour Homme. This is a Parfum concentration. Back you have product information. You have a barcode and batch code on the bottom, and it says Versace on top. Just a pretty typical Eros bottle, except it's like a bronze brown-ish kind of color. Now what we are all here for, let's go ahead and give this one a spray so we can see how she smells. Man, I love that atomizer. The Eros atomizers honestly are pretty darn good. Immediately you're met with Italian mandarin orange. It's very present right in the opening of this scent, and oh my goodness, I love how the Italian mandarin comes off in this scent. It is very sweet, vibrant, juicy. It is absolutely my favorite part of this scent, bar none. It's fantastic. My biggest gripe with this scent, that orange goes away in like 5 minutes. After the first initial 5-10 minutes of you wearing this fragrance, that orange is gone. You're not going to pick it up anymore. It's not there, which is honestly really disappointing because it smells so darn good. I just wish the entire thing would smell like that. But obviously it's a citrus, so you would expect it to kind of fade away within time. But in my opinion, Versace, you really needed to get that to last just a little bit longer. 30 minutes to an hour would have been fantastic, but it's really fleeting. It's gone too quick in my opinion. The rest of the scent, the dry down is very caramely, very warm, slightly spicy. It's definitely more of a winter fall time fragrance. It does lean more nighttime use in my opinion because it's kind of seductive. It's got cardamom, it's got oud, incense, patchouli, and vetiver in the base, and that Italian orange mandarin on top with some caramel. And that caramel honestly is kind of the star of the show here. The caramel is ever present throughout the entire scent. It's a very caramely, sweet, syrupy kind of fragrance. And honestly, you don't really pick up too much of the Versace Eros line of DNA in this. It doesn't really strike me as a Eros flanker, in my opinion. And that oud, it says it's there, but good luck. You're not really going to pick it up in this stuff. If you're looking for an oud fragrance, this is not the one to go for. It's not oud forward whatsoever, in my opinion. Now, for me, off of skin is where that Italian mandarin really shines. This stuff, oh my goodness. That has to be one of my favorite openings I've ever smelled. That mandarin is just absolutely stunning, but it's gone too quick for me. So overall, the opening, I give the opening a 9 out of 10. Honestly, the only thing that knocks it down from a 10 out of 10 for me is just the fact that that mandarin goes away so darn fast. If it stuck around any amount longer, like 30 minutes to an hour, this opening's easily a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love how that orange smells with that caramel and that spiciness. It is, oh my gosh, it's so good. Once that orange fades away, that caramel takes center stage on skin. It, again, like I said, with the tester strip, it gets warm, it gets caramely, slightly spicy, really nice and sensual again wintertime, fall time, nighttime use is when this is going to really shine. Now let's talk about projection and longevity. This one does pretty good. It is a Parfum, so you would expect it to have above average longevity and projection, and it does. If we're comparing it to Eros, I own the Eau de Parfum concentration of Eros, which I absolutely love. That was actually my first real fragrance that I ever purchased for myself. But if we're comparing it to something like that, it's on par. I will say Eros probably projects a little bit stronger throughout the life of the fragrance as compared to this. I have noticed, in my opinion, certain Parfum concentrations do like to sit a little bit closer to the skin a little bit quicker versus EDPs and EDTs, in my opinion. And this kind of follows suit with that. Now let's talk a little bit about the pricing of this fragrance, because right now you're gonna have a hard time finding this. Some discounters do have it, I believe. I think you can pick it up on Joma Shop. You can pick up a 3.3 or 100 ml bottle for about $100, so about $1 per ml. Sephora has this on a 100 ml for $155 US, so you're saving about $55. However, if you have a Sephora near you, you don't have to pay shipping costs, because I don't believe the $100 that you'd pay on Joma Shop is going to get you free shipping. If it does, perfect, go ahead and scoop it up from there. But realistically, you're not really going to save too much with Eros Najim on discounters. So it's one of those scents, if you try it and you really like it, I would just buy it where you can. Don't really try to sit there and wait for a deal, because it might be a while until this one comes down to the regular price of where Eros Energy, Eros Parfum, Eros EDP, and all of those are sitting. So would I recommend Eros Energy? Yeah, I would. I really enjoy this stuff. Like I said, it's caramely sweet, very citrusy in the opening. It's really nice. It's a really good date night, winter, fall time fragrance. And yeah, it's really good stuff. If you can find the bottle, go ahead and give it a smell. And I would just, like I said, pick it up where you can get it. It might be pretty hard to find, especially at a discounted price. So if you guys like the video, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, share, the whole 9 yards. I am Austin, and I will see you in the next video.